From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So that will be accepted as he moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jacobs. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there. They pick up the first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Double barrel. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Saints 21, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to rifle. It's caught at the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10.
To number 84.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action. It's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time was under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2nd down.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 21-0 our score after 1. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Flush to his right. They'll try and run it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now he dumps this off over the middle and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now some concern here as that is Jacobs, who is still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on there.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hodges. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards.
Chicago.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Bears 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And Ingram hauls it in. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. Not nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Farrell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 8.
Blitz, watch the blitz.
Jackson from the shotgun. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he stopped immediately there.
The running back running out.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escape. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 19 yards away. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson completes it to Hardman. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. They'll try the left side. Farrell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Aaron Donald.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Chicago.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 3 yards out. And the Bears are in for 6. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Saints 45. Bears 17.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Jackson on 1st down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they went the wrong way there. Lose losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside. And how about this? A fake. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on 1st down. Farrell, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. Incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.